Hello students, today let us learn the topic springs. So, a mechanical spring is a device that can be defined as an elastic or resilient member whose main function is to deflect under the action of the load, and it will recover its original shape when the load is removed. So, as we all know that when you put some load on the spring, it will deflect or it will get compressed. As soon as you remove the load, then again it will retain its original shape. So that is a spring. A mechanical spring is a device which can be defined as an elastic member or resilient member whose main function is to deflect under the action of load and recovers its original shape when the load is removed. So this is mechanical spring. So spring or springs are also used for storing energy. Can also be used for storing energy. So spring can be classified as wire springs, flat springs, or special shaped springs, and there are variations to this division also. So wire springs can also be further divided into other type of springs. Flat springs can also be divided into other types, and special springs or special shaped springs are also there is variety among these special springs also. So springs may be classified as wire springs, flat springs, or special shaped springs, and there are variations within these divisions. So wire springs also include helical springs, which may be of round or square wire. It may be round or square wire. So these springs are made to resist and deflect under tensile, compressive, and torsion loads. So they are made to deflect. So under what kind of load? Under tensile, compression, and torsional loads. So flat springs, which are the next type of springs, include cantilever or elliptical types. So flat springs, they include cantilever or elliptical types. So wound motor or clock type power springs and flat spring washers. So they can be wound motors or clock type power springs, and they can also have flat spring washers. Now, these helical springs, which we have discussed in the wire springs, so helical springs are wire springs which are used to apply torque or store rotational energy, and they are, because of their use, they are referred to as torsion or double torsion. So helical springs which are used to apply torque or to store rotational energy are commonly referred as torsion or double torsion. So here we can see different types of springs. This is a wire spring in this diagram. So you can see, and this is a flat spring. You can see the flat surface of this spring. Okay, it is used in clock, so it is also called as clock springs, and these wire springs are also called as compression springs. Okay, then this is the tension spring. This is also a wire spring. Okay, this is a torsional spring, and here you can see a special shaped spring which is shown here. It is a clip spring, or it is also called as clip. So all these are, this one first, second, okay, third, these are all wire springs, and this, the topmost one, which is in the shape of a belt, it is a flat spring. It is used in clocks, so that is why it is also called as clock springs, and this is a clip. So even here you can see different types of springs, and these are all helical springs. So these are helical springs. Because of their shape in the form of a helix, we can say these are helical springs. Now let us discuss about the applications of springs. Applications. The first one is the compression springs. So designed to operate with the compression load, this is found in shock absorber, spring matrices, mechanical pencils, and retractable pens. So compression springs, they are designed to operate with a compression load. So as the name indicates, they are used when we are applying some compression force on a component. So designed to operate with a compression load, and it is found in shock absorbers of automobiles. We are using compression springs. Spring matrices, that is the matrices which we are using on our beds, they are made with the compression springs. Mechanical pencils and retractable pens. So these are the applications of compression springs. So here also we can see different types of springs. So basic type of torsion springs, which can be wound with L4. So they will have legs. Here you can see these are the legs, and when load is applied, they get compressed here. Okay, you can apply it like this. Then, so these legs will be variable in length and also in the shape. So you can see the length of this leg is more and here it is reduced. So the shape also you can change by applying load and also the length can be varied. So there are different types. Here it is a straight spring. Okay, this is open torsion. You can see there is gap between the wounds or windings. Okay, these are special ended springs. You can see there are different shapes of the ends. Then this is short black ends. So the ends are short and they are black ends. These are hinged ends. So here you can see hinges. There is a gap and then there is a spring here. So this is double torsion spring. Okay. So these are different types of springs which we are observing here. Okay. So we were discussing about the applications. Now we will see the extension spring. So these extension springs are designed to operate with tension load. So compression springs are designed to operate on compression load and extension springs are designed to operate with tensile load. Tensile load. So these springs, that is the extension springs, the example for extension springs, a typical example for extension spring is slinky, but they are also found in luggage scales and garage door mechanism. So you have seen how the garage door is opened and closed. So that is done with the help of this extension spring. So an archetypical example is a slinky, but these are used in luggage scales and garage doors mechanism. The next type of springs which we will discuss are the torsion springs, which we are seeing here. Okay, the different types of torsion springs. So they are designed to operate with torsion or twisting forces. So designed to operate with torsion. Torsion force is nothing but twisting force. So it powers, that is, they are used in every clothespin and mouse trap. So if you have seen the mouse trap, you can see how it operates. So as soon as the mouse comes nearby, it will just get closed with a tap. So that type of spring is the torsion spring. Then there are linear springs. Linear springs. So they are designed to obey Hooke's law. So linear springs obey Hooke's law. So what is Hooke's law? Hooke's law states that F is equals to K into X. So where force, F is force, K is a constant and X is the small deformation of the spring. So this is how the linear springs operate, that is they obey the Hooke's law. Then variable rate springs. The next type of springs are variable rate springs. So this is the linear rate spring. Okay, this is constant rate, and these are variable rate spring. So here you can see variable rate spring. There are two types in this, that is progressive rate spring. Here soft rate, and then there is firm rate. Okay, dual rate spring. So here you can see the portion here has more closely wound wires, and here they are very far away wired. So variable rate springs. So springs doesn't have the same spring rate throughout its axial length. So they are commonly found in battery boxes. So they do not have same spring rate throughout. Spring which does not have the same spring rate, so they do not have the same spring rate throughout its axial length. So they are commonly found in variable rate springs are commonly found in battery boxes. Then constant force springs. The next type of springs are constant rate or constant force springs. So counterbalancing applications such as height adjustment for monitors and clocks is possible with the help of this constant force springs. So counterbalancing applications such as height adjustment for monitors and clocks is done with the help of these constant force springs. Then there are flat springs. So we have seen the figure for these flat springs. They appear like a belt. So they are used in spring washers. Then PCB spring contacts and retainer clips. So here in this example we can see how the door closing is possible with the help of springs. So what is the mechanism? So this is a door closer, okay, and this is the latch speed or latching speed with which the door is latched, and this is back check. Here you can see the swing speed of the door. So how it is possible with the help of springs is shown here. So this is all about the springs. So I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.